Hey there, I'm Marion, I'm the SEO Upcycler, and I want to talk to you today about one of my favourite tools for really boosting SEO traffic, organic traffic to my websites and to my clients' websites, and that tool is SEMrush. SEMrush is an all-in-one tool and SEO tool, and it does so much to help small businesses really get a jump when it comes to their planning for their SEO campaign. So I thought I would go over some of the key features that anybody who's just starting their SEO campaign would want to use SEMrush for. And the people at SEMrush have helpfully actually given me a 2-week free trial for you to try as well, so you can get loads of your research, if not all of it, done in that free trial. And you'll find the link at the bottom of this blog post. So, the first tool that I actually love using SEMrush for is when I'm trying to carry out competitor research. One of the best ways to get a real handle on how hard it's going to be or how easy it's going to be to send significant traffic to your website from the search engines is by seeing how well your competitors are doing. And double checking if your competitors that you think are your competitors really are. So, what we want to do is you would get your competitor's URL. So we're just going to pull this URL here just now. You would get your competitor's URL and you would come over here, and as you can see down the side you have a load of options. SEO dashboard, domain overview, traffic analysis, loads of things you can do. But what we're looking to do first of all is the domain overview. We want to get a broad look at our competitors to see how well their site is doing, where they're getting their backlinks from and how many they've got, which keywords they're ranking for. So you just pop the URL in and you can change this. You can toggle this down to search just a specific country. You can keep it on to cover worldwide if you are a global business. If you are a business that's just based in the United States, you can check there. And for us, this competitor would just be in the United Kingdom. So you just change and hit search. And straight away you can see the authority score that the site has been given. You can see its organic traffic numbers. And you can see its backlinks over here. Then coming down, you can see distribution by country, so where their traffic organic is coming from. You get your chart over here that you can change the timescale and time frames on to give you a better synopsis. If there are SERP features, and then here's the first thing we want to dive into is the organic keywords. And by looking at your competitors' keywords, you can identify any keyword gaps for your own site. So you look and see, okay, well, what are they ranking for? And it gives you everything. Every keyword that they have that they're ranking for, whether the search intent is commercial, transactional, informational, the position they were at, the position they held previously, where they're at now, percentage of traffic, volume, keyword difficulty, and the URL that's ranking. So you have everything you need to see there. And you can change this data up here, so you could decide you want to see everything that they rank for in the top 10. And you can just change it and have a look there, so you can see everything that is on page 1. You could look for just specific positions, so position 1 or position 4 through 10. So it's everything that they rank position 1 for. You know, are there ones there that you would want to target for yourself? You could have a look and search by volume. Or you could search by keyword difficulty. If you want to just get some quick wins on the board, you could come down here and you could look at very easy. Which ones are very easy to rank for? And there are some great finds here. Now you tend to find the search volume will be slightly lower. But if they are a long tail keyword, so 3 words or more, then they're likely to be further down the buying process, so they're likely to be ready to become a customer. That could be they might be ready to click a link, They might be ready to join an email newsletter, or they might be ready to actually make a purchase. Anything that really involves giving you some form of currency from them, be it an email address, click through to your affiliate link, or an actual sale. Or an inquiry. So you could start there by making lists, and then you could actually just start to toggle on any of the ones that you want to tackle. Come up here to add to keyword list, and you could either add them to an existing keyword list, or you could create a new list, maybe called competitors. And then you would just tick that on and start to grow it, and then you can export that list over onto your own sheet and go through it in more detail. So that is how you could use SEMrush to essentially not steal your competitors' keywords, but be inspired by your competitors' keywords and look to tackle some easy wins that you could then get for your own site. So that's just one of the things that the domain overview tool can give you. So let's go back to the data and see what else it can do. So we know that we have had a good look at the keywords once we finally get all the way back here. So great, and we can actually see here as well the distribution, so how many are actually in the top pages, and then you get slightly further down as it goes on. You've got keyword intent. The majority of keywords for this site are informational. It is an informational site on Christmas, so that's to be expected, whether it's branded or non-branded. Who their main competitors are. Now this is sometimes, if you know hard and fact that one person is your competitor and you plug them into this, SEMrush can actually help you find more competitors so that you can deepen your competitor analysis and your competitor research. You can make it a bit more rounded and have a lot more detail in there and identify more opportunities for you to tackle. So if there was paid traffic, you would see it here. And then the other thing I love using it for is backlinks, is to identify what links your competitor has coming to their site and how many of these links you could then try and replicate for your own site. So it will give you this little snapshot here, then the follow versus no follow, the type of backlink, text, image, etc. The top anchor text that's used, the referring domains, the main domains that the backlinks are coming from. And I just like to kind of have a look over here. If you just click on it in more detail. And again, like we have with the keyword research, you can actually toggle this on and search by specific types of links. So is it a link in the header, the footer, is it site-wide, or is it content? I really like to look at content links because I find they can be hugely beneficial. Because sometimes what can happen as well is when you're doing your competitor research, if you discover they've got any lost links, it could be that the link to your competitor's site is broken. Perhaps your competitor has got rid of the page that the link originally came to, and you can go back to the source website and say, you used to have this link on your blog post. I've noticed it doesn't work anymore. Here's a piece of content I have on my own page that you could swap in for that. And people don't like having broken links in their page, so a lot of the time they're happy to just take your link and swap it instead of having your competitor's broken link. So you can dive through and see where the text is coming from, when it was last seen, if it's lost, like this one here. So you can see there's a lost link there, you would look into why. And it just really lets you get a good overview. You can click on any links that you think you want to research further, and then you can export them into either an Excel sheet or a CSV sheet, whatever one is preferential for you. You can see follow links, no follow links, if there are any sponsored links, etc. It's just a wealth of information that will help you build your own backlink profile by seeing what is already working for your competitors that is helping them get traffic, and that in turn will help you grow your traffic in 2023. So that is just one of the fab tools I love over here. The other thing you can do with SEMrush is create your own project for your own website campaign. So you would just come in and create project. Our limit is reached, and I'm not going to scroll down so you can't actually see all of our client data. But you can, that's where you would create your own. You would put in your URL, your project name, And then you would start to run through all the different options that you have available. Okay, so I've come into one of our client projects and we have ran the audit. And so plugged the client URL into the audit, did all the necessary steps, and then we've got the audit data coming through here. And it will give you the on-site health, any errors and things to improve, organic insights, on-page checker. That I love this as an option. It gives you ideas of content that you can improve upon. You can set up any of the other options, so you can set up position tracking to track what you're ranking for. You just fill in the details here, continue through to keyword. So for example, we want to check Google, search top, location is the United Kingdom, and we're not bothered with that just now, and then continue to keywords, and then you import your keywords. You can pull those direct from Search Console or from your own keyword research document, and then you just start tracking those keywords, and SEMrush will tell you when the keywords are rising and going, if they're going up and down on the SERPs. So you can also get an email alert as well. So I will get an email through to tell me if a certain keyword has dropped its rankings, or so if it's dropped out of the top 10 or if it's entered into the top 10. And it's just a really good way of tracking how well your site's keywords are performing, because the sooner you know if something is not performing well, you can update that. You can make changes to the page, you can add more internal links, you can update the metadata. There's so much that you can do to improve the strength of that to ensure that it starts performing well again and sends more traffic to your website. So you can do that there. You can do a social media tracker, social media poster, where you can automate your posting on social media for the client. You can analyse the content, which is just a great way of seeing what really works. You just have to connect your Google Analytics and your Google Search Console. So setting up a project, you can get a wealth of information. SEMrush even have a writing assistant tool. There's content templates. There is so much that comes with your packages that can really help give your business a boost. So you've got your traffic analysis, your organic research, and you can just click through in any of these. Start about working, that's again tackling your competitors. If you want to, you can identify keyword gaps between you and your competitors. This is another favourite of mine. So you put your URL in here, and then you would put your competitor's URL, and you can do this up to 4 times, and then you click compare, and it just spits out a wealth of data that tells you which keywords your competitor is ranking for, which ones you tackle that they don't, which ones they tackle that you don't. If your competitors overlap and they're all maybe targeting a keyword that you aren't yet targeting, then that will identify a keyword gap. Same with backlink gaps. Great way of stacking up your competitors and analysing all of that data. Then we come down to the section where I spend most of my time in, the keyword research section. You've got the keyword overview, where you could just put in a list of keywords here, if you have a list of keywords you want to find information of, or you can just put one. So you can just list anything that you wanted to know, and then click search, and it will bulk analyse them, and you'll get the data down here in a little chart. So it's just another way of using the keywords, and you can click on each keyword and you will get more information. It will tell you the search volume, it will tell you the keyword difficulty, and what you need to do it. It's quite possible to rank for this keyword. You will need quality content focused on the keyword's intent. It tells you the intent over here to make it even easier for you. So it's commercial, people are looking for information in brands or services. It gives you the global search volume. So when everything tots up, you've got all your data over here. Keyword variations that may be of interest. If there were any questions relating to it, they would come here. And then you've got related keywords as well, and you can expand upon that and to see more. So you would just go through here and see everything else that was on there, and then you start adding it to your list again. So you could tackle any of these and start adding them to your keyword list. So it's just another great way of finding keywords, because it just toggles you down into the magic tool once you click see more. And then down here you've got the SERP analysis, so what's ranking, the page authority of what's ranking, how many referring domains, how many backlinks, percentage of search traffic, URLs, just a wealth of information. And like everything else, you can export that data to whichever is your preferred method, and it will give you 100 URLs for you to then analyse. So another way of carrying out competitor research. And it's just such a nice way of gathering data and information and really digging into the numbers, because at the end of the day, SEO is a numbers game. The more you have at the top of your funnel, the more you'll get coming out at the bottom, which is where people are hitting your website, they're coming on to view your traffic, and they're taking action when they're there. Now, when it comes to keyword research, a lot of people think that the keyword research data, a lot of people think that this number here is the most important. But I would say the most important is actually the difficulty rating and the intent behind the search. You would be amazed how many clients I've got who get thousands of visitors every single month to their website from a search that says it gets less than 200 searches a month. Sometimes 0 volume searches actually rank and bring in traffic, even though technically they shouldn't. So the most important part is focusing on the intent and knowing what your customer actually needs. That is the one that will bring you not only the best traffic to your website in 2023, but it will bring you the best conversions, the happier customers, and the better click-through rate. So if you haven't had a play around yet with SEMrush, if you've not given it a try, sign up for the free trial and just dive in. You'll be amazed at how quickly it can help you create an SEO strategy for your business that will really help you explode your growth in the search engines, and really start driving that organic traffic to your site 24/7, so that your website is always working for you and not just working for you part of the time. If you've got any questions, feel free to pop them in the comment box, or send me an email over at Marion@theSEOupcycler.com.